Baba said, children know that this is the most auspicious time of confluence age. Baba is having a heart-to-heart conversation with his child. It is such a beautiful time to know that I am a timeless being. One of the reasons Baba says that if you don't have the pilgrimage of remembrance, then you cannot know liberation in life. And Baba said, it is easy. The cycle of 84 births continues to turn. Reflect on it and see how it is all connected. Reflect with Baba. So, how is confluence age, being the most auspicious age, connected with pilgrimage of remembrance? Absolutely necessary for liberation in life and liberation. And 84 parts continue to turn. How is it that it liberates the soul in life? Reflect on it in a conversation with Baba, a heart-to-heart conversation with Baba. Anybody would like to share?
Beautiful, beautiful experience sister yesterday. Um, this one felt like a new birth completely. Thank you, soul behind sister Anshu. Kind of recommended that should take off and took off from work. No phone, no interaction with anybody, and had the the effort was just to connect with Baba whole day. Even whatever work, household work this one was doing, like was checking every single minute Baba and I, and felt never like that before. Like this was like beyond words experience, one can say.
Mhm. Anything to do with what we were just discussing right now?
In the meditation,
Yeah.
was trying to focus on Baba's image, and
No, did
I
you hear what we talked about in meditation? Mhm.
don't know how much this one heard, but was trying to connect with Baba and just trying to immerse in that whole, because this one has like had that lack of concentration. So what
That's
this one
it.
learned,
Let's see what others have to share.
yeah.
Actually heard. Yeah. Anybody? How is Confluence Sage? Yes, Neha.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Um, so yesterday when I heard the Murli, the same line, it just felt to the heart. जीवन में रहते जीवन मुक्त. This is the something so liberating. So and this what I have experienced is happens through detachment. And it's so when we actually detach from our own image of how we see ourselves in the story and how we see this is the perfect image. So when I think that image का वो शीशा जब टूटता है, जब चकनाचूर होता है, तो हमें लगता है we want to hold on to, but that letting go of that is actually true liberation, Jeevan Mukt. So when you said you sit with Baba and reflect on this, so I think एक बहुत I won't say beautiful experience, but I would say very liberating experience. I felt that those images are getting dissolved, and I'm experiencing in the relationships as well that detachment. That how beautifully I'm letting go of all the outcomes that this relationship should be like this. That holding, so that inner detachment is reflecting in the outside connections, relationships. The image that I should be like this in front of others, that or feeling of guilt that I'm not being good enough. All those is actually when Baba says, Jivan mein rehte, Jivan mukt. So this is what I felt. Thank you.
Yes, very, very good. Actually, it's very important. The more the self-image that we are kind of with our truth, and it's dismantling and we are letting go, and that's what's making it dismantle. Actually, more that vibration of that power is reaching all the other beings of light also.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
Because there's such an attachment to what this identity looks like. Hmm? This personal
Or
identity.
even or even how should I, act, or what others expect from me. A very short example. Since I stay in the center, and 18 January is a big, big celebration day, and there's a lot of seva. We do a lot of things, and I just this body had fever, and because it's very cold this area, and I was down, and just before one day, I was lying, and everyone was working, and also usually I had lot of guilt and lot of that, I'm not able to do, and everyone, what will others think, that I always get, you know bimar whenever there is seva, or whenever there is some, what seniors will be thinking, or
Mhm.
this body is not, many. But this time there were, thoughts, because thoughts will, like you said, will not stop, they will come, but I was not feeling them. I was not becoming swaroop of those thoughts, and I was just letting completely fine.
Yeah.
So I was not thinking what others are thinking. I was not attached to my image of being very good seva who likes every. So this that everyone should like me, and I should do. So letting go of that is so liberating. Oh my God, I can't
Yeah.
express.
Absolutely. This is why, Baba said today the pilgrimage of remembrance is absolutely necessary for liberation and liberation in life. And he
Yeah.
said both are easy. The cycle of 84 parts continues to turn. And this is so beautiful that in Confluence Age, I, this storyless being, I come to know about these 84 parts. And I begin to realize that all these parts are recorded in the form of a script, in the form of a thoughts. Then I am actually not thinking at all. It is all happening automatically and spontaneously. So Baba is freeing us by telling us, what is there to think, child? It is all pre-recorded script that is playing in your mind. Don't you, have I not told you that these 84 parts are recorded? Then what is there to think for you? The work will be done as it is supposed to be done. It is all pre-scripted. So forget about how the action should be done outside. Just pay more attention to who you are with him. And then that thinking that is needed for the task to be performed in Baba's way, Baba will give it to you. It is such freedom. So I am not my thoughts. I'm not the thinker. I'm the watcher of the thinker.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, the one point also Baba says in this, see the drama in the form of a story.
Yeah.
I know that was a so touched this point. It's just like, yes, Baba, it completely, when we see the story is too small. Story can be big, but it depends on I, the soul, how I make the story. It's smaller or bigger. But it's just like a story, it's just like see the story as entertainment game, not the create the chaos in your mind. But yes, this is so beautifully Baba put in this way. Not see the drama, because drama has so many labels attached to it. But a story has no label, just is a story. Is without any labeling, just come and goes, see and not see. It's like totally, yeah, it's difficult to explain it, but it's very beautifully Baba today explained it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it is like story means it's not the story outside.
Yeah.
It's just a reflection of the story outside. It is from inside to outside, right? Everything is going from inside to outside. So it's the story inside that you're paying attention to. And that is really starting with just one thought.
Yeah.
And that one thought expands into a jungle of stories. So, really, to bring the whole story into a dot is to know it's all just one thought that started it. Right? So, yeah, and that is why Baba is saying that once you know all 84 parts are continuing to turn, and however many parts are there, all continuing to turn. So where is the thinking needed? That is all happening spontaneously. That is not you are not thinking how to, it's all recorded in your mind, what needs to be done, what does not need to be done. It's all there. You pay attention to your silent truth. You know that you are liberated in life. You have nothing to do now and nothing to be. You're just a being of light. So you also have your own parts. Each one has their own parts. Nothing to worry about.
That's why Navan Murli Baba said, this is the first and last effort, who you are and detached.
Yeah.
This is the first and last lesson of the Brahman life. Being as a Brahman means I, the soul, and detached from your own mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a no other way. I mean, there is a no other lesson.
Yeah. Alpha, beta. Yeah. So Baba said that the greatest charity is to remember the Father. It is only by having remembrance that you will become a charitable soul. Right? Only by having remembrance, you will become a charitable soul. How do we become charitable? By having remembrance of just one Father? Then I'm free to experience now my truth beyond my script. And one finds it very practical, right? Especially when it comes to action level, when something happens. And you, the being, has this power to see that the past last second action also, good or bad, has no power to bind you, has no power to bind you. And so in that, when you realize that being with Baba means being beyond past and future, that's what it means to be with Baba, right? No past thoughts can touch me. No future interpretations can touch me. Baba is always in the now. So I am also in the now with him. Because there's so many subtle feelings and subtle emotions and subtle thoughts that are constantly saying something or the other. Have you experienced that?
Always.
Mm-hmm. And so with Baba, yoga with Baba is the only way for the settlement of all karmic accounts of many births. Karmic accounts is nothing but that chatter going on in the mind, believing yourself to be that.
Sister, one of the sisters, Ekta, has the hand raised and it's been raised for a long time and then she put it down maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we will take it.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Just you were asking us like what was our experience. So when we were meditating just that time, I felt like that time as a soul, like you usually say, we have to be in our silent truth uh, to feel that we are a soul and connected to Baba that time. Then we feel real powers within us, powerful, and all the fears usually which are related to our body, connected to our body, they really dissolve away. Like when we connect and we have to say something to other person, usually this fear, oh, what we have to say, is this the right thing I'm saying, or this is the wrong thing, I shouldn't say. All these kinds of insecurities and fears, they usually dissolve when we connect ourselves to Baba and say something or do some activity or do some work. So this is really beautiful that I have learned as a soul from all the classes and listened to the to your how you give the descriptions of the Murlis. It's really beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Baba. So Baba is saying service is done by having yoga too. A soul is such a tiny point and such a huge part is recorded in it. So that's how I know. This is spontaneous thinking. That's how I know it, right? If it's recorded, then it's not me thinking. So you yourselves know that this is a play. Only the one Father tells you the secrets of the whole play. We say, Baba, you are also bound by the drama. and therefore you have to come into the impure world and enter an impure body. Baba also becomes the servant according to the drama. Consider yourselves to be souls, my children, and then renounce body consciousness. You will receive new bodies in the new world. All of you souls are also incorporeal. You adopt bodies and play your parts. Baba too is playing a part. So somebody asked this very nice question today, that does it mean we are just always in the home? Now, once the film is shot, we just watch the film from there? Is it true? That you don't need to
I
come
think
back?
so. Yes, it's true.
Do you think it's true? Okay, others? What is the truth? That once the film is shot and that we don't need to come back here because it's all pre-record. We're just watching the film from there.
No, no.
No.
Only in
No,
conference age
See,
we are.
this looks real. Though, yeah, I mean,
We very much come here.
yes,
Yes,
we
it's
always
on the
here,
absolute.
sister. We
Yeah,
are
I think,
always here.
yeah. And it's opposite actually. When you ask the question, it's highest paradox in itself. It's the other way around. We are here, but watching ourselves from there. We are obviously here acting, but our consciousness is we are from there, as if we are, you know, it's other way actually. That way I feel.
Yeah, it is like, see it like this. This is Amitabh Bachchan, and this is the character of the coolie, right? Amitabh Bachchan is playing out the coolie part. At the same time, he's also observing the coolie part. Do you see what is happening? It's like literally, it's the same body and the same face, but the personality that he has to embody, which he's aware of, is that of a coolie. Right? So he's very much playing it. But he's just following a script. But he's very aware of being a superhero, following a script and playing the part of coolie. So he's observer as well as he's acting. Very much acting. Very involved in acting. True? But very aware at the same time. I'm the superhero, I'm not coolie. Coolie is the character's personality I'm embodying for the play. Right? Something very similar. Soul is very aware. I am a soul, a godlike being, a superhero. I am a superhero for Baba, right? I'm a superhero. But I'm embodying a certain personality that I am playing out. But now I know I'm beyond that personality in confluence age. So now I can allow my personality of being a godlike being to come and express in my part. So yeah, soul is playing. How would God otherwise play his part of being God? Even God is playing his part. God has also come here. Come here and there means, again, it's not here and there. The home is never empty, as Baba said. When he comes here, it doesn't mean that the home is empty. What that means is that when he comes here, in the sense, the consciousness, the smriti is such. It's the smriti of the soul, right? That the soul smriti is that it's less than a second. How long does Baba take to come from home to Brahma's body? Not even.
Didi, I just have a question about Paramdham. Do you think that there is a I feel, I mean, I can be wrong, please correct me, that Paramdham is a state of consciousness. Because when we say it's red, lal, prakar, I feel that color is when we come here in the bodies. There is no color. So I have this, I mean, clear me, is there a space that we go and we come and which is beyond these five elements or it's just a consciousness?
There is a place like Paramdham. I know Sunita Williams, one of the astronauts, when she was up in the space on the moon, and she said very clearly that when you are up there, it really feels like there is something which is beyond this physical realm, because moon is part of like a physical realm, right?
Mm.
And so she said there's something beyond this physical realm which scientists cannot go to, because they are only bound by five elements of nature. And spirituality is the only way we can really go there. So she said that very clearly, actually. And Baba tells us, right, that there is a realm, but the realm is not far, far away. That is all. The moment you step out of your thought-bound, time-bound, drama-bound, story-bound mind, you are in the home.
Right.
Yeah. So home is literally, it's not even a split second away, because it's just beyond space, beyond time. Yeah. So home is there. Of course, being in the body, I can experience what it's like to be in the home, because I am home also, right? The moment I'm out, I am home.
Mm.
Yeah. So the moment of
Nebula also.
sorry?
Sorry, Didi. Nebula also looks like Paramdham. Like there's something in the space which is called as nebula, and like I'm
The God, I am,
somebody in my
call it.
yeah. So it's similar.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's more like, to really know home is not somewhere far away. It's going from one room to the next room. That's all it is. It's literally shift of consciousness. The moment I know I'm a being, I'm already feeling I'm in the home. I know I'm in the home.
So,
Whilst being
sister,
in the home.
yeah, while Baba Milan, twice or I mean, three times I heard myself Baba telling, Bache, you are sitting here, but you enjoy this scene also from the Parandham Sthiti.
Yeah,
Now that is becoming clearer now,
yeah,
right now, no, with a new understanding. What does it mean? Can
yeah.
you clarify it little more what Baba means?
Yeah, the moment soul is shed off all the layers of all the, it's like undressed itself and shed and let go of all the beliefs. It's really started to believe itself to be those limiting beliefs. That very moment, soul will experience its bodiless stage. Bodiless stage means bodiless being with no story, nothing that can destroy it, nothing that can create the self. Soul is already feeling I'm in the home. So I can be in the body and feel being home. That's what Brahma Baba's stage was, right? So experiencing the qualities of the soul very naturally, inseparable from you.
So it's a place also, and it's a consciousness state of not state of mind, but it's a consciousness also, right?
Yeah,
Which
it
we
is a
can
space beyond the mind.
beyond the mind. Yeah.
The
Okay, Didi.
space beyond the mind. That's the best way to see it. Space beyond the mind is home.
And to like coming back to your question in the meditation that you just asked, why is it important to remember Baba at the confluence age? So, and uh, just be with Baba and talk to Baba is what you had mentioned. So, what I felt was when we are, for example, if you're going to another country or you live there and your family is in somewhere else, so that last hug to your mother or father, uh, that conveys so much. So it's like from now we are going to enter in the new cycle. So that is kind of that hug to Baba and being with Baba that gives us so much. Like it's Baba is preparing us for that new cycle. That okay, my child, you're going to enter in the new cycle, and it's just like just be there, nothing else, kind
Yeah.
of.
And being in the new cycle with being your own original sanskars to be your own property, right?
Yeah,
And that you
that's
feel
why.
that now. And very beautiful thing Baba said, we will go to Baba Milan Murli, and we will start from what we did in the morning class. It was, I think it's very important to go through that because this gives us insight into Brahma Baba's way of seeing things, right? And his own attention. And that is our own lookout, right? What was Brahma Baba's attention? So here Baba is saying, where did it go? Sorry. Yeah. Bab Dada saw that at Amrit Vela, the majority of you have very good intoxication of remembrance and godly attainments. However, there is a difference in the intoxication that you have at Amrit Vela and when you are in your karma yogi stage. So just recently, this one had this very clear understanding from Baba. It's more like the moment we wake up at Amrit Vela, there's, at least this one has seen a thought that comes, 2 more minutes, just lie down. 2 more minutes. Yeah. It says that I'm already starting with a time-bound personality, the day. Yeah. Because 2 minutes means already I'm in the mind. I'm already in the realm of time. So when I, the being, I can see with Baba, 2 minutes, Baba, the mind is saying 2 minutes, and the soul is out in no time. As soon as eyes open, Baba and I out of the bed, straight on the chair. Yeah. So then I'm not bound by time and bound by mind. And after that, those 1,000 other steps Baba will take to keep me fully with him. Right? So this very little subtle insight, it's like when Baba tells us this intoxication of remembrance, because when we get out of bed, oh my God, 2 minutes now, I have to get out. I have already, as a person, getting out of bed. You know? And then I'm sitting on the chair as a person. And then I'm struggling to kind of be with Baba, right? Because Smriti, so you can really see your mind speaking 2 minutes, and you're aware of your mind speaking about time. And you can see that with detachment with Baba. And you take that one step of courage, which is going beyond the fatigue of the body and the speech of the mind. And then you see, it is absolutely magical. Magical. It's like you start as a conqueror of time. You don't start as a time being your master.
Yes, sister. In
Yeah.
fact, for few months or maybe few some time, I am practicing. It's an insult to see even time at Amrit Vela. Honestly telling you. And first time ever in history, it happened on 18 January. Baba made me up by 1:45. I didn't realize that. and till 5 o'clock I was awake. And it was wonderful drama. But not everything can happen. And after that, I went into some dream. It wasn't good at all. So Baba said, no experience, nothing. So, but I'm doing practice. I never see watch. This is an honest. I'm practicing, and I said, Baba, how can I insult to enjoy being timelessness to see the time start like you told us, na? So that's benefiting a lot.
Yeah,
This one, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I will say it's like out of all the days on 18th of January, my sleep was not awake in time, but it was not guilt in it. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's mind wanted to make a big deal about it. Big deal about it. 18th of January and you're late. You're late for 18th of January meditation. What's wrong with you? It's like, it's just speaking like that. Not very late, but late, not 4 o'clock. So it was like, either being really, it was with Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba. And I could see my mind apologizing to Brahma Baba also that I'm so sorry, Baba, I woke up late. I woke up late today. Yeah. And the thing was, I was just letting it be. I, the observer, was just being with Baba, and I could see the beautiful, compassionate heart of Bap Dada. And I could see Bap Dada is saying, you are here with me in this moment right now. You're not doing it on purpose. You're not doing it out of laziness. Just be with me in this moment as you're up. Don't waste a moment on any thoughts that your mind is creating. Be the observer and see how mind is holding on to the past now. See how your mind is holding on to it. Observe with me. So Bab Dada is saying, observe with me. Yeah?
Sister, simply superb. Such being victorious you are at every moment, and see how much you could enjoy that few moments.
Yeah, no, it's
So
just
it's
like we can't really allow ourselves to get dragged by our past and future ridden mind.
so beautiful, so salutable, Baba. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Didi, for sharing this. Actually, this is into this. I really wanted to ask you also, but what happened whenever there is this 18 January or whenever there is this big event where we are supposed to do a lot of yoga, tapasya, or when Baba Milan is there, and there's that we are supposed to be very. I don't know. My mind just gets some paralyzed and it just stops.
Yeah.
It just, I could not. And in normal days, when there is no event and nothing, I feel so blessed. But those times when I'm supposed to do the best, my best version should be there and best experiences, it never happened.
Yeah.
It never, and I never share it with anyone because everyone is like, we are superb and they are, and that day only there's so many ways, so many things. And I'm like, oh my. And when the things come calm down and people are, then I'm relaxed and I'm, relaxed as in, then I'm able to experience. I don't know why this happened. Maybe I absorbed the energy of that something special must have to be there and I'm not doing it. This always, even at times, Baba Milan, when subah se we are ready, we are standing and we, seats are taken and everything, and now we have to do. And at that time, the mind is paralyzed again. I mean, nothing goes, nothing is experienced. I don't know why
Yeah.
this happened.
Yeah. And that is why it's really, if it's not like we are trying to make any effort, and we are not even trying to let go of effort. We're just being. And this is what one thing as one has realized. That just be. Don't let go of effort. That is also effort. And don't try to make effort. That is also effort. Just be who you are,
Yeah.
right? And that, in that, it's not laziness, it's easiness. Easiness with care. And it's not like one day is more special than the other. All days are equally special of confluence age.
Yeah.
All days are equally special. So even right now, when this one was sharing, my mind, I could see, was questioning, should I share? It doesn't look nice, Rini. You should not share this. And I'm like, you know what, Baba? And it's like you're internally talking to Baba. And it's like, if I'm not honest and not truthful with myself, I will not feel comfortable about anything else after that.
And sister, we also become guilt free actually because we are all together studying. No, Baba is teaching. If you are truthfully sharing, then we also become so many times guilt free. I
Yeah.
don't see time at times it's 5 also I'm getting up. And
Wow.
this sister was sharing every time. I agree. We are so hyper with the moments, Baba Milan, this thing, then only we have to be. That's why Baba is taking us away from all those
Yeah.
hyper. You are saying, no, be easy, make effort, but be easy. So
Yeah.
this Baba Milan, there was I put some bun. I said I will not get down to serve food to buy. It was all kind of a house was full of fume. And then Baba realized, see what you do, you're so hyper. I switched off everything. I went out. No Baba Milan. I was just trying to be with Baba. Baba said, what is this? You can't
It's
make
attention.
Baba Milan to be
Attention.
that hyper energy. Be easy. So that's why you share. No, I feel so okay. Every moment is Amritela. Why? Why? So much of drama, so much of hyper. Like sister was sharing. I too agree. We make so much of efforts.
Yeah.
We I don't know what we do and we do get nothing. This time, that's why I know first time ever in life I could get up early because no ichha matram avidya. I told Baba every moment I will do nothing on 18 January special. That's how I was quiet. It's okay. Mind will talk honestly. There
Yeah.
was a fire in the house. What I could do, it's smelling bad. Baba showed me why every moment you have to be just detached.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
The
Like,
beauty is when we
yes.
tell Baba to wake you up. And the other day, like this one just came back from India, and it's hard to get into Amrit Vela routine due to time difference. So I was telling Baba, I don't want to waste, 2 weeks or so. I want it to be quick. And I want you to love me so much, like I wake up my son, talk nice things to him so that he wakes. I want you to do that to me so that I wake up. And that was not with me, but at 3:30, my son started laughing so much. He was sleeping. In his sleep, he was laughing like somebody's tickling him. And he couldn't stop. It went on for 1.5 minute, and I was totally awake, like extremely jagrit, like prepared for Amrit Vela. And then I was thinking that why this must have happened, Baba. And then I remembered that I had told Baba to wake me up so fresh with all the love and energy for Amrit Vela. And he just does that. If that's the beauty of surrendering him.
Yeah. So we go back to the Murli. So Baba is saying, what is the reason for this? While performing actions, you remain both soul conscious and action conscious. The method for this is, while performing actions, I, the soul. Which soul? You know that already. You have received different forms of self respect of the soul. Such a soul is one who becomes Karavanhar and makes the physical senses act. These physical senses are my workers, but I am Karavanhar who works through the workers. I am detached. Now, again, this is very important. It's not really as simple as that I'm a soul and I have a body and things are working, right? There's something in between that becomes a cloud. And if we are not aware of that cloud, then it will just be another speech, right? I'm a soul, I'm using the body. But I also have to be aware of any thoughts of the past, any thoughts of the future. They may be there, which is the feeling of, as Baba always tells us, I and mine. There's a sense of being human that is constantly present. And we, the beings, need to be aware of that even as we speak right now, right? That I and Baba together, and yes, there's a physical body, but I'm very aware of any human thought, any human feeling also that is coming and going. If I'm not aware of that, then this Karavanhar and Karanhar won't work. Because there's a sense of a thinker before even there's a sense of a doer. So if I think I am doing, I'm a thinker of that thought, I'm not even aware of it, then I'm automatically a doer, right? So with Baba, I, the being, very aware as a bodiless star, a bodiless being of light who has no story, but at the same time, I have 84 stories within me, and this last 84th character is playing out through this body. Yeah? And I'm aware of that and allowing that part to play out through this body. Yeah? So the angelic star with Baba, aware of what's happening in the world of the realm of the mind, whilst using the body. Then it's possible. Yeah? So Baba is saying, you have received different forms of self-respect of the soul. Such a soul is one who becomes Karavanhar and makes the physical senses act. These physical senses are my workers, but I am Karavanhar who works through the workers. I am detached because it's not just physical senses which are these, but they are subtle senses also. I am detached. In the world too, when a director gives directions while performing his duties to his colleagues or those who are the instruments for service, does he forget that he's a director? He has the awareness, I myself am a powerful Karavanhar soul, the soul and the body. The awareness that one is Karanhar and one is Karavanhar becomes merged. Do all of you old children, so see Baba is saying it very clearly here, that I myself am a powerful Karavanhar soul, the soul and the body, the awareness that that one is Karanhar and one is Karavanhar becomes merged. Do all of you old children recall what Father Brahma practiced in his early days? You saw one of his diaries, did you not? In the whole diary, there was just the words, I am a soul. Lokik wife Jasoda is a soul. This child is a soul. This one is a soul. That one is a soul. He constantly practiced this foundation. Therefore, you constantly need to practice the first lesson, who am I? Do you need to check yourself? Don't think I'm a soul anyways. See, this is very important. Don't think I'm a soul anyways. Experience that I, the soul as Karavanhar, am getting the work done. And that is possible only when I remember I am the seed and there's an entire tree of emotions, feelings, and stories in my mind, which is not going to keep quiet, especially when you're doing the work. 1,000 other thoughts come. You're cooking the food, and the mind will create a thought about something in the past. Yeah? Or something about the future. And if you, the being, is not aware enough to know that there is a realm of mind in between the body and me, the soul, now those thought-made identity will use the body. Right?
Didi Brahma Baba writing it in a diary that I am a soul, or so and so is a soul. That again would be at a thought level, right? Like beginning to
Yeah, that was his beginning practice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was his beginning practice. And it is important because as when we begin, We really need to pay attention, and quite a lot more attention than when it becomes more used to it, right? But this attention has no tension because you are really seeing it, like even as when we are speaking right now, the being, attention is, I can see and know myself being combined with Baba, right? But I'm also aware there are certain other feelings also present there. Yeah, because they are there and I'm not fighting with them. They are just there. But if I'm not aware of that realm, then that realm of those feelings will use the body.
Got it.
Because soul will become swarup of it, and that will use the body. So it is good
On
to
the
slow down our actions in the beginning.
on the same lines, Didi, I wanted to ask you, like in the last paragraph that you just read, Baba spoke about self-respect. And in the blessings also, every day Baba gives us that self-respect. So how do we use those blessings in our
A very
day-to-day?
beautiful thing if it's used by the soul. Yeah.
Mm.
Swaman ki practice, right?
Mm, mm.
If it is used by the soul, soul is not seeing it as a practice, soul is seeing it as a mirror.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas the
Mhm.
mind is seeing it as practice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
There's a difference, you know? So mind will see, oh, I am a master almighty authority. I am a godlike being, child of Shiva. I'm Shiv Shakti, which is great, still better than mind doing other things. But the thing is, it's still the mind practicing. Yeah, but there's no sense of conviction in it.
Mm.
There's some superficial, limited beliefs still believed to be who I am.
Mm.
And then on top of it, I'm trying to put another layer
Mm.
of the thought, which is saying, I am so and so. Again, it's the mind, instead of saying, I am Rini, or believing itself to be I'm Rini, now it's wanting to create another belief system of being godlike being. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Clear. Thank you.
And the soul, when it's seeing, soul is seeing it as a mirror. Okay, Master Almighty Authority, Baba is showing me this mirror of this thought. And in that mirror of that thought, when I see, I am the powerful being who can see all these different forms of thoughts in the mind, which are totally not in alignment with my truth. But with complete detachment, with complete love, with complete joy, with complete bliss. And that is your unconditional power and happiness that emerges, which Baba has said in the other Murli, which we will read tomorrow morning, your evening, but my tomorrow morning.
So, sister, you wanted to say when mind practices it, it's presuming. And when I soul acknowledging, you were saying see in mirror means I acknowledge
I'm
and
the
become its
embodiment.
Sarupa.
I'm
Yeah,
embodiment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Become its Sarupa.
Yeah.
With the understanding, with acknowledging it. Otherwise, I keep presuming, all the time. My
Yeah.
Master Sarv Shaktivan, there began Sapalta Saru Vijay Ratan, whatnot. We have done the PhD on that.
Yeah.
That helps. But we don't become Sarupa of it.
Yeah,
It's
because
still
underneath belief is still, I am not good enough. I'm still this.
exactly. And that fearing it away, no, then we try to get a different picture.
Yeah.
But seeing it in mirror means acknowledge, understand, and feel it all the time. Feel it.
Actually, letting go of the old beliefs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
When I'm letting go of the old ways of believing myself to be this thought and that thought, sometimes I'm a happy thinker, sometimes I'm a sad thinker, sometimes I'm a depressed thinker, sometimes I'm an excited thinker. You know?
Okay.
So I have
Okay.
become embodiment of emotion. Now, because I'm uncomfortable with that emotion, I try to, as a mind, because I'm embodiment of those feelings and thoughts of the mind, from that belief, I try to take a thought from God, and then I try to become the embodiment of that thought as mind.
All right.
That's why it doesn't
Beautiful.
work.
Okay. And you just said attention without tension. So
Yeah.
this is underneath this, it has all the connotation of Baba's knowledge. What
Yeah.
we do, yes, 18 January and all other Shivratri, we need to take chutti from, other mundane work. We need to enjoy, but no tension. If we put tension attached to it, it spoils everything. Then
Mhm.
we are not in the soul conscious, in fact.
Yeah.
And what we are doing, its mind is doing everything. Name. So you said attention. Yes, you keep to be easy with attention, but no tension. That
Yeah.
has to be deleted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
And
Very
we
nice.
really need to pay attention to letting go of what old sanskaras I have believed myself to be. Just saying I'm not my mind is not good enough. Even mind can say I'm not my mind, right? Can mind
Yeah.
say I'm not my mind?
But can you
Yes, it
give some
can.
example with it? It's little
Mind,
tricky actually. Mine is saying I'm not your mind. Kindly, if you can
yeah,
make it little
mind
more,
can say
yeah.
I'm not my mind, I'm not my sanskars, I'm not my intellect, I'm not this and I'm not that. Because it's a bhakti sanskar, na? Neti neti.
Okay, okay.
It's
What
like
was
thief
neti neti?
saying, I'm not a thief.
Yeah. It's like I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this thought, I'm not that thought. And yet somewhere it's just mind being uncomfortable with those thoughts. And so it wants
Now
to
I understood.
believe I am.
Yes, yes.
Whereas
Okay.
truly knowing who I am can only come from space beyond thoughts. And that can only be knowing. Mind can create concepts about who you are. Mind can create concepts about what you are not. But what do you really know yourself to be? That is why Anadi Swarup, when none of the stories have emerged yet, what are you? What are you without any stories in an emerged way?
Actually, I'm so powerful. I'm so paripakt
Yeah.
because it's not been an expansion. I'm so powerful, actually. It's giving a great feeling right now.
Yeah, and that one is you. And only when you really know yourself to be that one, then you know all your virtues and powers are inseparable from you. You are inseparable from God, and you're inseparable from the stories recorded within you, but they are merged at this time within you. They have no expansion, no power, nothing. You are just a being absolutely immensely equal to God because at the level of the core essence, we are all the same. There's no difference between I of me, the soul, and I of you, the soul. Now that is very, very clear. So once from that space, I'm seeing Baba showing me the mirror, you are master, almighty authority. The way I will perceive that Swaman is very different. Now I know what that Swaman means you have the power to see the stories whilst knowing your story less, without getting caught up in the old sanskars of your mind and body and even your actions. Then I know. But first, I really need to know my Anadi Swarup. Until then, it's just mind saying, I'm not my mind, I'm not my this, and I'm not my that. It's just mind speaking. Yeah. So the
Didi,
underlying,
similarly,
yes, sorry.
sorry. Similarly for bhog, like when we cook food, it's like
Yeah, it's for
we
every,
see.
yeah,
Mm,
it's for everything, right? Everything.
mm.
If my underlying knowing of who I am is ridden with the old belief systems, it's with everything then after that.
So how do we, Baba says cook food in remembrance, offer. So we usually would visualize rays coming from Baba
Think,
in the
who
food
am
and all
I?
of that.
That is our
Mm,
entire attention, right? Then it's whether you're
mm.
cooking food or you're washing dishes, doesn't matter. Who am I?
So you mean to say just being in that awareness and doing that act of cooking or washing
Yeah. And being
will make
aware
it.
of your
Mhm,
mind's realm is equally,
mm.
equally important. Because the moment you're not aware, you, the
Solid.
is under the hypnosis of your mind. Yeah. So Karanhar is separate from Karavanhar. You also heard Father Brahma's other experience that the physical senses are the workers. Sorry, I read that, right? Yeah. that even while performing actions and being in the body and walking and moving around, the father was experienced to be bodiless. Although he had to settle the accounts of karma, he did it as a detached. Please, now these are very important lines. I'll read very slowly and pay attention. Although he had to settle the accounts of karma, he did that as a detached observer. Now, what does that mean? Accounts of karma means what? How the accounts of karma are getting settled as a detached observer? How accounts are coming in front of you?
In a
In the
positive
form
way,
of situations.
Okay. Anything else?
There is no identification with any things. Is the he because he become trustee? Nothing belongs to not to him, or he own nothing. That was his awareness.
Okay. Let us see again. What
His
Baba said?
thoughts and feelings.
Yes, yes. Every second thoughts are emerging. It's coming from your old account, old samskara. It is manifesting itself in the form of a thought, in the form of a feeling, in the form of an image, in the form of a story, in the form of an emotion, in the form of a memory, in the form of the condition of your body, in the form of some relationship outside. So, in some form or the other, but it's all manifesting at the level of your thought, moment by moment. It's a chance for you to settle it. So, the more you disidentify from your thinking thinker, more you're settling accounts as a detached observer. Because, see, later the next line, neither was he influenced by the accounts of his karma, nor did he give others the experience that he was settling his karmic accounts. Others did not feel that there are so many things and so many different stories playing in Brahma's mind, so many storms are there in his mind. Did others get that experience? Oh my God, Brahma Baba, you are under some effect of the storm. Did anybody feel that around him? Not even a hint of it. Not because he was suppressing it, not because he was expressing it, because he was detached from the storms in his mind. And storms can be very quiet with the padded feet of the cat. Yeah, exactly. So there are two ways to learn, as God being your teacher or as drama being your teacher. Yeah. And this is here we see for Baba, God was the teacher, drama was the mother. Situations did not teach him. Did situations teach him? Or for situations, they were nothing new for him. God is your teacher means I'm totally aware of my absolutely eternal, untouched truth. The storms in the mind can come based on the situation outside. There could be a storm in my mind, but that storm is a gift, not because it's bringing me close to God, but it's because helping me experience my power to know how untouched I am. One of the sisters asked this question in the class that, no, she called up and she asked, she said that, is it like Maya brings me closer to God? Manika, if Maya brings you closer to God, then who's your teacher, Maya or God? Hmm? Do you need a storm in the mind to be closer to God?
Didi, how we emerge out of that storm, like how we use those powers.
The beauty is that you know that these storms are nothing but just one thought. which is completely identified with. That is all the storm is. But with Baba, you can create a distance between yourself and that thought, which has brought a world of other thoughts with it. But it starts with that one thought: I am this person, right? And it is basically that identity that has taken over. Now, either that thought and that storm is bringing me close to God, then the storm is my teacher. Or it is the soul that knows I am like a godlike being, who knows that I am perfectly beyond the storms in the mind. Then my loving presence, then my peaceful, silent presence will become a gift for the mind to silent the mind. Then my loving, silent presence becomes a gift for my mind. Does that make sense? Ekta?
Yes, Didi. Yes, Didi. The soul, now the soul in its original form can see, like in a Sakshi Sthiti, can see that all the storms are there, but still I am in my own truth.
Exactly. Nothing is touching you, the being. You're untouched in Baba's womb. All this is nothing but literally, if you see it from Baba's eyes, see it from God's eyes, literally you will see these storms is nothing but just really some thought and some feeling and emotion attached to it. Some energy of the thought energy and emotional energy. It's really nothing real about it. Nothing real. Do you see that?
Yes, and our mind just is trained to give meanings to those.
Yeah. The mind is just giving some meaning to some language it has learnt in copper age. There's a lot of meaning being given to that voice. That is all. And by who? I am the life force of it. Mind has no life of its own. So storm is a storm because I am giving life to it, not because it has its own life of its own. It's just an old script playing out. But if I don't give it life, it has no life. It's just like dried leaf. It just falls. Trim, nothing in it. I love this expression in English. It's a storm in a teacup. Just love it. Why? Because it's just like, it's not a storm. It's not even a storm. To call this a storm is also a insult to the storm, actually. But it's just literally like nothing but just an identified thought by the thinker. If I, the soul, can see detached from me, that thinker of the thought of the storms is not me. Not I'm saying it verbally, but I just know it from my silence presence. It's really feeling very foreign to me with Baba. Then I know God is my teacher and not the storms or the mind or the outside situations. God is my teacher. So who do I want my teacher to be? So Baba is saying, were you aware that Father Brahma was becoming Avyakt? No, but you weren't aware, were you? It was because the practiced being detached, because he practiced being detached, an observer, bodiless, that is the karmatit stage over a long period of time, that form was experienced at the end. Over a long period of time, he was just, his attention was, I am detached, I'm an observer, I'm bodiless, I'm karmatit. And I was reading this passage for a group where Brahma Baba had said something, Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba. I read that to you. It will open your eyes. 1 second. This is why Baba gives you, it's a Murli of 8th November 21. Baba said, for instance, if this one, like Brahma, makes a mistake, it is fixed in the drama for that one to that one means for Baba, Shiv Baba, to rectify that mistake. There would be benefit in that too, because this child, Brahma, is the eldest child. Everything depends on this child, and there won't be any loss through this one. So when this one says, do this, you should do it. Some benefit would emerge even from a loss. There's no question of any loss. There's nothing but benefit in every aspect. Any loss is also fixed in the drama. Everyone continues to make mistakes. However, there definitely has to be some benefit in all circumstances because the Father is the benefactor. Everyone has to be benefited. He grants salvation to everyone. It is now the time for settlement for everyone, right? So is this clear? And then Baba said on 5th of January also, drama ko drama par atal निश्चय. बाबा कहेंगे जो पास्ट हुआ ड्रामा, कल पहले जो किया था वही करेंगे. ड्रामा तुम्हें ऊपर नीचे नहीं करने देगा, परंतु अभी तक बच्चों की अवस्था ऐसी बनी नहीं है, इसलिए मुख से निकलता है ऐसे होता तो ऐसा करते, पता होता तो यह नहीं करते. बाबा कहते बीती को चित्ती लगाओ, चिताओ नहीं, सोचो नहीं, आगे के लिए पुरुषार्थ करो कि कोई भूल फिर से ना. ब्यूटीफुल ना, कि ब्रह्मा बाबा से अगर कोई गलती हो भी रही है, शिव बाबा इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इट. And this is very, very deep insight that how detached Brahma Baba was from every action also. Not careless. उनके जितना attention कोई नहीं दिया. But if something happened, then forget about it. It was supposed to happen in the drama. Yeah. So be very clear on this, because Baba is saying that internally you do this effort continuously, keep paying attention. Only those who are introverted can truly be Karanhar and Karavanhar practice can happen. Those who are not introverted cannot. Yeah. So Baba is saying this experience of being bodiless and detached from the body, the Karavanhar stage is needed. The experience of being bodiless and detached from the body over a long period of time. Don't think that you will renounce the consciousness of the body at the end. The final moments for everyone, young, old, healthy, or ill, can come at any time. Therefore, pay attention to the practice of being a detached observer over a long period of time. No matter how many natural calamities come, this bodiless stage will easily make you detached and loved by God. Therefore, Bap Dada is making you underline the term, and calamities was not just outside calamities, inside calamities also. So, no matter how many natural calamities come, this bodiless stage will easily make you detached and loved by God. Therefore, Bap Dada is making you underline the term over a long period of time. No matter what happens, repeatedly experience the detached observer stage of being Karavanhar and the bodiless stage. Then at the final moments, you angels are guaranteed to be the deities. So if you want to be like the Father, then the Father is incorporeal and an angel. So now we understand what incorporeal and an angel means. Not just some star in the sky, that is a starting position, yes. But That star which has no other belief system attached to it as me, mine, and I. Right? That is where, not what is, how do you really see yourself through the day when you're going through the day? What is your awareness of who you are? Baba has discussed this many times. So what do you think? Not what do you think? Who do you know yourself to be, and can you observe the thinker? Can we? Through the day, as we're going through the actions, everything is being done. Attention is not how the task has to be performed. Attention is on who am I? Not a question again in the mind, who am I performing the task? But really that sense of self. Where is that sense of self? Being human? Being a certain feeling? Or am I aware of those feelings separate from me? What is it? Who am I? We will finish it here so that we can take some comments and questions from everyone. Yeah, it's somebody has written, I forgot, so many beautiful things. Instead of being afraid, if you go into the depths, you will attain many new jewels of experiences from the ocean of tests, because jewels are merged in upheaval. This line, jewels are merged in upheaval, we will go into detail. Jewels are merged in upheaval means the experience, the knowing of your immense absolute state of power, whilst the upheavals are going on in your mind and in the outside situations, you are experiencing your state of being, that powerful being of light combined with God, and nothing is happening to you. That is truly being the one who is, you know, that happiness that comes from knowing. And at least this one has seen there's so many upheavals that can happen in the mind through the day. But that I, the being, am not being touched. I, the being, am just combined with Baba. And these upheavals are really, really nothing but actually just an illusion. And I can see that very clearly with Baba. Knowing that power of you is truly what Baba is saying, that you will be experiencing the jewels of experience of the ocean, because jewels are merged in upheaval. Your true happiness you will experience. So when you look at them on the surface with the vision and the intellect of extroversion, you see, somebody has written it directly to this one. Okay. You see, if you can share with everybody, that would be great, Madhvi-ben, if you're still there. Yeah. When you look at them on the surface with the vision and intellect of extroversion, you see and experience it as upheaval. But by looking at the same thing with the vision of an intellect of introversion, you can attain many types of jewels of knowledge and points of knowledge. Absolutely. And the soul is using the tool of intellect. Then it won't be extroverted intellect. If the soul is using the intellect, then it will be automatically introverted. Yeah? Very, very important to know that. Okay? Anybody wants to say something or share something at this point? It would be nice to hear from others also, if possible. No force, no push. Thank you. Anyone? Do we get what Baba is saying? That being karmatit is a practice over a long period of time. It's an attention over a long period of time. It's not I'm becoming karmatit at the end, bodiless at the end, incorporeal at the end, detached at the end. I am karmatit as I am going through. Every moment is a spiritual life experience for me. Sitting on the couch, being in the supermarket, being in the park, children's play, everything. Every interaction, every moment alone with Baba. It's a spiritual life you're living, right? So Baba and I combined. Being aware of what is happening in my inner world every moment. Then only can you truly experience your karmatit state. Whilst in action. And this has to be over a long period of time. Anyone? And long period, as we have mentioned before, somebody asked, long period, as we mentioned before, if I have, let's say, one day of being able to be, I've got knowledge today, and tomorrow the world is going to end, or I'm going to leave the body, I don't know, either one of the two. If all 24 hours, for me, was like every moment is eternity, then it's a long period of time. Yeah? Anyone want to share? Nobody?
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
I hope, is there a lot of disturbance or it's okay?
Yeah, we can hear. We can hear.
Okay. Okay. So I just wanted to share one experience that what happened was that the soul was playing the role of the mother. She was obsessed with something and like a yoga class or something. And then for a month, she was talking about it. But every, like, and even the last few days, a couple days before that day, she was like, oh, do you know it's this day? I'm like, yes, we already discussed it and it's decided that it is this day and everything. And the words came out like, why are you so obsessed with it? And got a little angry and irritated with the thing that, oh, if this obsession was with Baba, then you would be like, so, you know. But then the beauty was that the very next second, as if nothing happened. Not just with this one, but even the soul of the mother. Nothing happened. Like both of us were like completely normal and nothing at all. So that was kind of with this practice, in the sense, with this awareness and the smriti, that was a part of the drama, and the action happened or the words came out, but the truth of either one did not change.
Yeah.
And not even thinking about it, no apology, nothing, and as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just wanted to share that.
No, this is actually very powerful. And then you will see the frequency of it will become less and less as a result.
Yes.
Because there's zero identity with that action also. This is very, very important to know this in experience, to know this, that it's very practical.
Right. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah,
not even a single thought of guilt, or not even a single thought of going back to the scene or anything, nothing at all.
yeah.
Thank you,
Move
Baba.
on, next second, next
Yes.
moment, eternity, different scene, different experience, but the soul is the continuous one, never changing. Very
Mhm.
nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Otherwise, we close.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Can I speak in Hindi little bit?
Yeah, sure.
लाइक जो आपने समझाया है क्लासेस में कि वहां से स्टार्ट करो कि मैं आत्मा नीचे उतरी ही नहीं हूँ, परम धाम में ही बैठी हूँ। तो ये प्रैक्टिस ऐसे ही करती है कि बैठी परम धाम में, कोई भी चीज आ रही, किसी को कुछ कहना है या कुछ करना है, तो ऊपर ही बैठे बैठे पूछती है कि यहाँ पे है क्या, कोई बॉडी दिख रही है जिसको कहना है, रिलेशन दिख रहा है कि किसी को कहना है, या वो ये कर रहा है कुछ दिख रहा है, तो वो एकदम से दिखता है कि नहीं कुछ भी तो नहीं कहना है, सब परफेक्ट है। तो ये प्रैक्टिस ठीक है, ऐसे ही डे मतलब होल डे ये वाली प्रैक्टिस रहती है। इसमें okay कि और भी कुछ करना है?
हाँ जी, the thing is when Baba is telling us that परम धाम की स्थिति, ठीक है, we are, it's see how it works for you, the soul, you can experiment with it. But what we are saying is that whilst playing your part, there will be times you will have to say certain things, right? But
Yeah.
it's not that I'm not involved in the drama. Of course, we are involved in the drama very much. But as who am I involved? That is most important. That is why this is the angelic smriti, right? The angelic smriti means I, the being, aware of who I am, playing my part, aware of my mental realm, which is constantly weaving stories and webs, but not getting entangled, but being detached not only from the outside world, but also being detached from the inner world. But again, being detached from the inner world and the outer world doesn't mean that my attention is only on the inner world and the outer world. My attention is on who I am with Baba. That is Paramdham ki sthiti, where nothing has, no story has any meaning in my mind that it speaks. That voice in my mind is not my voice. That is what it means to be in Paramdham ki sthiti.
See,
Yeah,
initially if I'm using pointers, so that is okay ना, मतलब like
yeah. Thought as a pointer is always fine. Thought as me is going to create a destructive behavior over time.
दी अभी लाइक ये डिफरेंशिएट नहीं कर पा रही है। अभी तो ये बिल्कुल कटती है कि नहीं अभी किसी से बात नहीं करना है, अगर सुनना है तो सुन लेते हैं, जो आपकी क्लासेस से क्लियर हुआ है कि बाबा के साथ बैठ के सुनो, उनको खुद ही टच होगा कि उन्हें क्या करना है। सुनना भी एक बहुत बड़ा काम है, बाबा के साथ बैठे हो एंड यू आर नॉट गेटिंग अफेक्टेड, या अंदर क्या चल रहा है की स्टोरी को लेके तो वो बाबा को देते जाना,
हाँ,
वैसे चल रहा है। बट अभी जो एक्शन में, ठीक है होल डे का वर्क है, लेकिन जो कम्युनिकेशन में ना उसमें ये बहुत कम हो गया है कि
हाँ, कम्युनिकेशन आपकी इन जनरल कम होगी
हाँ
क्योंकि आप you're not talking about anything other than ज्ञान.
या
So your communication will be a lot less.
But
Absolutely.
this is only communication when I am in silence with Baba. एक्चुअली तो सोल टू सोल का कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है, अगर ऐसे देखा जाए। कई बार मन कहता है कि तुम कुछ बोलोगी नहीं तो कैसे होगा, तुम तो बिल्कुल कटते जा रहे हो, वो भी देख लेती हूँ कि हाँ ठीक है ये मन कह रहा है। फिर अंदर एक ये भी विचार आता है कि हाँ बाबा ही टच करता है कि साइलेंस से बड़ा कोई कम्युनिकेशन ही नहीं है, क्योंकि 2 युग तो आपको साइलेंस में बिताना है।
बिल्कुल, है ना? तो बिल्कुल ये है कि साइलेंस में आपका जो है कम्युनिकेशन, अब वर्ड्स भी जो आएंगे उस साइलेंस से आएंगे, है ना? क्योंकि हम पूरा टाइम तो मौन में नहीं बैठ सकते ना. बट द
हाँ
थिंग इज दैट वर्ड्स विल कम ऑटोमेटिकली व्हेन दे आर नीडेड इकोनॉमिकली, right? Except when you're speaking gyan, that's different. But in general, they will be economically coming because otherwise, what one has seen, if it's not understood clearly, it goes on the side of being cold.
या
Yeah? No, you're not becoming cold and you're not becoming some kind of a Buddha or a statue.
या
No, you're very much part and parcel of this physical world and playing your part. Yeah?
This sometime also I saw that कि it is happening कि like आप अचानक ही आप मस्ती कर रहे हो, जो कि मेरा ये पार्ट बिल्कुल भी
हाँ,
नहीं है। अचानक आपने कोई मस्ती कर दी और एकदम डिफरेंट बिहेवियर, मतलब मैं उसको खुद वॉच कर रही हूँ कि मुझे ही नहीं मालूम कि ये कहाँ से आ रहा है।
you become very light-hearted. It is like the light-heartedness of the soul manifests through the body.
जी।
Yeah. So like this one has seen now, instead of what one has seen is like when somebody says something or, anything, it just comes more in the form of a very light-hearted humor.
हम्म।
That is
And this humor is pleased by all. They become so light. They laugh at it. Like समझ में आता है कि हाँ, ये एक नेचुरल बिहेवियर है जो कोई अंदर से प्री डिसाइडेड नहीं है, ये अचानक ही निकला। बट
बिल्कुल।
दी रिएक्शंस भी कई बार अचानक निकल रहे जो अंदर थॉट में भी नहीं है, फीलिंग में भी होंगे कहीं सटल में, अचानक वो आ जाते हैं रिएक्शंस, तो उससे भी एकदम अलग हो जाती हूँ कि ये तो मैं हुई ही नहीं, पता नहीं किसने कर दी।
बिल्कुल।
Is
मतलब
it going
it
to
is just
actually?
like it was my experience in the last second. We are not living in denial of it.
हाँ,
Huh? We are acknowledging that in the last moment, my experience was different. My truth did not change. In this moment, my truth is still the same, but my experience is different. So
ये
I'm
डिनायल चली जाती है कि ऐसे क्यों हुआ, मतलब कई वो भी विचार आते हैं, मतलब कंटिन्यूअस मोमेंट बाय मोमेंट ऐसा लग रहा है कि कितना जागूं, ये तो सारा दिन चलता है।
Bilkul. It is a state of awakening, right? But more you start living in introspection, you will find that this is a joy to be living like that. Yeah. And so you will see at times reactions will come, may come. I'm not saying will come, it may come, but it is not a denial and it is not an ownership either. It is an acknowledgement. Yeah. In denial, we say, I did not do it. That is a denial. One is one is ownership. Oh my God, why did I do this? I'm never going to get better. I keep doing this again and again and again and again. That is ownership of it. So God can't help you in either case.
हम्म।
In neither in denial nor in
ओनरशिप में जाता है, ये जाता है ओनरशिप में।
हाँ. Yeah, either ownership or denial, two things are happening when Gyan is not understood properly. But when it's understood properly, there's acknowledgement. And in that acknowledgement, I know I, the being, am just continuously always here. Experiences of thoughts, feelings, emotions are constantly coming and changing, coming and changing, coming and changing, coming and changing. Sometimes what happens, I just kind of combine with one thought and it comes into action. Yeah. I know that there's a certain sanskar that is having a certain pull on me. So I, the being who can never change because of any sanskar or any action, I communicate with Baba. Then I, that being who communicates with Baba, I let Baba know. Of course, Baba knows, but it's just a good yukti Baba gives. I, the being, let Baba know that, Baba, this your angelic child, the sanskar feels a little bit, what do you call, little bit has a pull. I know it has no life. And Baba is kind of telling you, child, it has no life without your attention. Yeah. So you just look at me whenever that trigger point comes. It's okay. These are all this old nature coming up to go, right? They're just coming up to go. Yeah, they're sticky. Very good. They're sticky. So just they're coming in front of you. They want to go. They don't want to stay. So don't feel anything against them. Just be grateful for them.
Yeah.
Right? So be grateful. So you can see that particular sanskar with Baba, knowing that you are the master of all sanskars. You are not, nothing has happened to you, even from that action. Now with Baba, you see that sanskar, and you see with Baba, and you see, okay, these are the certain trigger points. This is where this identity feels attacked or threatened or whatever it may be. And you can see that very naturally, as an impersonally, non-judgmentally with Baba, that particular sanskar. And say, thank you for showing up. Because when I was unconscious of it, I was living as you, right? But with Baba, you can see Baba, when I was unconscious of it, I was living as that sanskar. But now I'm conscious of it. So now I know that it has just come to go. That is all it wants to do. So it is going to go. That's it.
Sister, you just mentioned thought as me and thought as pointers. Can you like give some examples or like clarify this one a little more?
Yeah. So this thought as me is like this thought, no? Like, I don't know, Sister Tanisha, do you want to give another example of a thought that comes?
ये बेसिकली तो जो आइडेंटिटी है, मदर आइडेंटिटी की, इसे कहना है, बच्चे को नहीं कहोगी तो कैसे होगा, मुझे ही
हाँ,
तो करना है।
हाँ. So now
और
this
अगर
thought comes
बोला
as
फिर बाद में कुछ हो गया तो फिर, अगर नहीं बोला बाद में कुछ हो जा रहा है तो फिर ये अंदर तो जो शुरू हो जाता है कि आप रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो, पापा ने ये थोड़ी कहा है, पापा ने कहा है बच्चों को संभालना है, मतलब वो उसको स्थूल में ले आएगा सारे पॉइंट्स को
हाँ.
कि बच्चों
तो
को
ये जो
संभालना है।
पॉइंट्स ना, एक एक पॉइंट बाबा ने तो कहा है बच्चों की संभाल करनी है, बच्चों को ऐसा थोड़ी ना कुछ कहना नहीं है, तुम्हारी जिम्मेवारी है। एक एक पॉइंट आएगा। अब आत्मा जो है लिविंग लाइट बाबा के साथ उनको साक्षी होकर देखेगी। अब वो पॉइंटर्स किसी के लिए तो बहुत पुल होगा, उस पॉइंटर्स में वो खींच लेंगे आत्मा को एज अ पर्सन, एज अ मदर, और फिर आप एज अ मदर यू विल स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग टू द चाइल्ड। कुछ आत्माएं हैं जो उसका उनका शायद ये संस्कार ना भी इतना स्ट्रांग हो, पर वो संस्कार आएगा सामने। दैट संस्कार विल कम इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, and you the soul will see, okay, all this chattering, all this speaking, all this language, all these words, they exist only in the speaking mind. This is not my voice, right? This is not your speaking, but you're knowing it with Baba. That silent being knows that all these thoughts can exist because I am there. Within me, the consciousness, these thoughts exist, and they're just emerging and coming to go. So then I'm seeing them as a pointer, not as me. Does that make sense, Sister Priya?
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
So when they're seen
Yes.
as a pointer, I don't become them. When I
There is a
see,
clarity in there and it points towards the truth.
yeah,
Basically,
yes,
it's not when
yeah,
it
thoughts,
comes as an identity, it's like confusion, lot of confusion. Ye karu ki nahi karu, or like the person consciousness. Yeah, the duality comes with that also.
even ye karu ki nahi karu, whether I should do this or not do this, even that is seen as just a passing thought.
Yes, yes. This one was given as an example of like me or attaching thoughts, right? When it is pointing towards me, there is always a clarity. This one has seen that. Then there is no afterthought. It's just clear, very, very clear at that point.
Yeah, it will stop right there because there is no next thought after that.
Yeah.
When it's a pointer. But when it's me, then there's 1, 2, 10. Then I may stop at 10 and I realize, oh my God, I'm swept away in the ocean of thoughts.
Yeah, which you always say, right? Ego talking to other people. Role consciousness, one or the other, one or the
mind talking to one thought talking to another.
the other thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, Baba.
गॉड कि कल लाइक प्रैक्टिस हुई, ओके, पर हेडेक इतना, बॉडी का इतना सारा पेन फील हो रहा है, तो फिर अंदर से आवाज आ रही, इतनी क्यों प्रैक्टिस कर रही हो, इतना थोड़ी कोई साक्षी होता है, इतना थोड़ी कुछ करते हैं, बस करो। इस टाइप के थॉट, और उसमें इतना फियर भी बहुत था उसको भी सब, लेकिन उससे साक्षी हो पाना बहुत डिफिकल्ट लग रहा था, क्यों फील हो रहा था उसके बीच में मैं बैठी हुई, ये कहाँ है, कैसे हो रहा है, ये कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा, कैसे वो करूं, तो सारे थॉट्स सब दिख रहे थे, बट ऐसा लग रहा था आप, मतलब ये तो ट्रुथ है कि मैं अलग हूँ, लेकिन इतना फील होता है ना उसके बीच में कि जिसमें बीच में फंस गई हूँ।
Instead of even trying to calm that storm down, just be in Baba's womb as a light. Let that storm be there. Baba will take care. You be that light in Baba's womb. Just a light, Baba and I. Nothing else. I'm not running away from the storm. I'm very aware. I'm not resisting it. I'm not clinging to it. But it's all belonging to God because mind belongs to God now.
In that case also, like, मे बी वो एक थॉट होगा कि बाबा के साथ बैठिए, अच्छा बाबा क्या है, बाबा कौन है, इस टाइप की फिर वो स्टार्ट होती है कि
That's
बाबा
okay.
क्या है, जो
That
बाबा
is,
के 32
that
गुण
is,
ही रिवाइज करते हैं।
yeah, that is fine. You have
Okay.
totally given the whole package and the baggage of the mind to Baba.
जी.
You have nothing of your own left anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah. So now Baba can speak to you about your truth. Do you see how beautiful a light you are? See how you are without any story emerged in you. Do you know
Hmm.
your heart? Do you see your truth? How beautiful you are.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what is the receipt, I think, Didi. Like when it is past, you feel more light, easy, and smiling, and you feel that did this really even happen? You wonder that okay, it just passed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
नहीं, तब भी एक थॉट आता है कि ऐसे थोड़ी मंथन थोड़ी करना है, फेस करो उसको। मतलब ये इतना ज्यादा उलझा हुआ है ना, कई
ये
बार
तो
दिखता
बेसिकली जस्ट बाबा की वूम में जब स्टॉर्म्स आते हैं ना, अगर ज्यादा होते हैं स्टॉर्म कभी माइंड में, this soul just doesn't touch the storm at all. Touch means zero identity with it. I, the being, don't even do anything with it. I just sit with Baba as an angel and I only know that all souls love me. I love all the souls. Baba is eternally loving me and respecting me. And I am eternally loving and respecting Baba. And all souls are eternally loving and respecting me. And it's the same all the time. This truth will never change. Just this one, just completely, I can experience this not just as a commentary, but the soul can experience it because soul is detached from the storm. This truth feels real. If I was not detached from that storm, this truth will not feel real. It will be just another mental commentary.
तो in that case मतलब I am using the tool, right?
Baba
Storm है
is
but मैं
literally
tool
using
use
the tool. Baba is using the tool
Okay,
of
Baba is
thoughts to
using.
be with you. In
Okay.
this, you are not being with Baba. Baba is being with you and keeping you together with him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Literally, Baba and you together means Baba wants to be with you because you're so clean, so unburdened, so untouched. Baba wants you as an instrument. And Baba holds on to you. Holds on means not as they are holding on to truth, but Baba is holding on to his baby.
Wow.
Because you're so untouched by any definition that the storm is describing as. You're just not buying into anything. Then you will really feel your truth is all that is left after that. So this one just goes into feeling, not goes, I mean, the word is not right again. This one just feels, what is the truth? If none of the storm is me, then what is left? It's just absolute love amongst us beings and Baba. First Baba, of course, and then comes other rest of the family. But first Baba. Baba and I. There's nothing else that is really true after that. What is true? It was all imagination, play of imaginary thoughts in my mind. And now all these identities have to settle. These thought-made identities have to settle. They can only settle if I don't poke. I don't touch them. Then only they can settle. So just be in your truth with Baba, how much Baba is loving you and how much you are loving Baba. And you can say, Baba, but these storms are feeling real. But is there anything real in it, child? Do you see the imaginary nature of your mind? It's very creative with the way it creates storms. But
See,
be
like
sorry?
in work, while working, जैसे ये ऐसे चलती है कि बॉडी लेस है, बॉडी और माइंड नहीं है इसके पास, दैट्स ओके। कई बार वो बॉडी में फील भी होता है कि बॉडी लेस भी लग रहा होता है, लेकिन कई बार ये भी होता है कि इसमें भी थकान होती है, मतलब थॉट इज प्रैक्टिसिंग मतलब दिस
Yeah.
कि
No,
क्योंकि
thakan
आत्मा
ki sakshi, okay. Even thakan of the body, tiredness of the body, okay, it's a sensation in the body. I am tired like a being. right? And that tireless being is seeing a tired body. A tired mind. I, the tireless being, am seeing a tired mind.
Is it consciousness shifting towards truth? Ki I am already at truth.
You are already that. It's just that the clouds are dispersing now. As you're
Like
detaching.
the thought comes कि consciousness धीरे धीरे ही तो shift होगी ना.
And
Truth पे
actually,
जाके बैठेगी ना.
no. You are that. And now,
Okay.
because you're in your detached seat, you're not
Hmm.
practicing detachment, you're in your detached seat, then automatically clouds are dispersing. That is when really Baba and you are together. You're settling accounts with God, not with the inner drama and the outer drama.
Oh.
Settling accounts with God. In the space, in the state of being happiness, in the state of being bliss, Sat Chit Anand.
Hmm.
In that truth, you're settling accounts. Only being in your truth can the accounts be settled.
Hmm.
Yeah?
Hmm.
That is.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.